You're rolling.
Okay. We're here doing an inspection because they saw some copperheads, or a copperhead this morning. Well, if you listen, hear the sound in the air of cicadas. The sound of cicadas in Texas means cicada killers, and it means copperheads. We're standing under this nice oak tree, and that's where the cicadas are emerging, around the oak trees. So the copperheads are gathering around at night, feeding on cicadas. But as we're kind of looking, you'll notice how thick this leaf debris is. And if you've ever seen a picture of a copperhead or a copperhead in real life, they're about the color of this fallen leaves. So it's really hard to see, they blend in. But you can see in places, this leaf debris is 4 inches deep. So in theory, I could be walking on copperheads right now because this is just a big hiding area where they're just burrowing down in the leaves during the day and then feeding on cicadas at night. So number one control measure when it comes to snakes is eliminating their harborage. That means over here, we turned this over a minute ago, not only the leaf debris, in here we had the top of a doghouse that was laying on the ground. I already flipped it over. It's full of carpenter ants, roaches, but no copperheads. But that would be a perfect place for them to be. There's wood debris over there, a lot of leaf debris. They get up under the air conditioning unit. And of course, if there's openings around the house, they actually can move into the walls through a weep hole or through a gap around the foundation. So if you want control of snakes in the area, you really have to eliminate their harborage. We do have a snake service. We can come out, we can do a full property inspection, turning over every log, every, digging, prodding, and probing and finding all snakes that we can possibly find, physically removing them. And then what we would do then is set up snake traps and monitor those for a couple, anywhere from 5 to 14 days is generally our trapping period. And we'll come out every day to remove the snakes and remove them from the property. But if you really want control, you have to start with removing their harborage. If you have a wood pile on the ground like that, it really needs to be lifted. So we actually provide that service also as an extra charge. We will move that wood piece by piece because there's a good possibility there's at least a copperhead in that wood pile because it's just a perfect environment and we're in copperhead territory. So we would go piece by piece, remove that. We would put it elevated wood rack together and put that wood up on a rack. Okay, here's another concern is ivy. If you have a lot of ivy, specifically if you have fruit or nut-bearing trees in that area also, there's the harborage, and then if you have a food source in that area too, that could be a source for rats and mice. And if you have rats and mice in an area, you're going to have snakes because that's, that attracts. Where there's prey, you're going to have predators. So anyway, I'm not saying to mow down all your ivy, but look at the ivy placement. If it's under a fruit or a nut tree where there's like pecans falling down in the ivy, you may want to think about eliminating that ground cover in that area. So anyway, we're not going to walk around the whole house, just a few areas of concern that we really need to address. If you want snake control around your house, you need to really take away the attractive things that are attracting snakes.